Hey guys, it's Vanessa with Up and Growing, and we're going to be doing a super easy cocoa. You guys can use any mug you want. Dollar Tree has some really awesome Christmas mugs. And then that foam board is also from the Dollar Tree. Just trace the bottom of your mug. The top of the mug is wider, so you'll be doing more trimming if you trace the top. So I went with the bottom and I still had to trim a little bit down. I want this to go in snug to my mug. Snug in a mug. And then I'm going to go around. You do not want any air pockets around your foam board. So no spaces in between the wall of your mug and that piece of foam board. So I'm just going over it with some glue. And then I'm going to remove a little bit of the excess. We're going to cover most of it, so I'm not going to go too crazy. But I want you to see there's a space between the board and the top of the mug. I don't want it, flush to the top. Now I'm going to be using my one-time lightweight spackle by Red Devil and some nutmeg acrylic paint. And I just mix that in. Be mindful, this is going to dry darker. So if your cocoa color is where you want it, you might want to lighten it up because it's going to get darker. And then we're just going to cover that piece of foam board with our spackle. I'm just using a popsicle stick. So I want to make sure that my rim of my mug is nice and clean. So I'm just going around it with a paper towel. And then I'm going to remove the little excess and then smooth out my spackle again. You want your consistency of your spackle on the thinner side. You don't want it real thick because it can crack. I'm going to be adding a little messy bow made of fabric strips. I am going to put a link in the comments for you guys. Jamie's Corner has an awesome video making one of these. She made hers way better than mine. I have a pipe cleaner there. I'm going to attach it right to the handle. If you guys want to attach these more secure so they're not going anywhere, of course add glue, but you don't want to, hot glue is not going to keep it there. So I'm going to keep it there in place. This isn't going anywhere. And then in my piping bag, I'm using a 1M tip, and this is just, again, my lightweight spackle with a little bit of acrylic paint. I just do a little bloop right in the center and go around it. I don't want to cover all this. And then we have some marshmallows. I just rolled out a rope of foam clay and then cut it with my scissors and shaped it to the marshmallow. And then I'm going to be adding some chocolate dripping. This is caulk, glossy Mod Podge, and the same nutmeg color that I used for my cocoa. And then I mix it all in a bowl, and then I put it in the bottles. You can get the bottles at Dollar Tree. And then I usually put straws. I'm going to use this candy cane. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut a piece of it off and put it right there in my whipped topping. And then I'm going to be adding a little gingerbread. I cut her out with a little cookie cutter with my foam clay, and then I added a little bow to her head, and then one of those cute Dollar General stickers to her body, and a little bit of glitter. And I'm just running a toothpick to the bottom of her foot And I'm going to stick her right at the top of my cocoa. I'm going to knock my candy cane out of the way and then fix it. And then I'm going to finish it off with some sprinkles. If you guys are brand new to the craft, haven't even made one yet, you can use some confetti tubing from Dollar Tree. They have those cute little packets. When I started, I didn't want to make a huge investment in a bunch of sprinkles, so that's what I used. And then we're going to make a little spoon. These are so cute. I found them at Target. They were in the dollar spot. They were only $1. You get 8 of them. I Mod Podged mine, added glitter, and then just a little twist of lollipop. You guys can embellish your stuff with all stuff from Dollar Tree, Walmart, whatever you want to do. And then I'm putting a little bit of the white spackle on the spoon. I'm going to put a little of the chocolate dripping there. And then finish it off with a little marshmallow and a couple sprinkles. Hobby Lobby, in the little mini tree section where they have all the little packages of ornaments and stuff for the mini trees. Walmart section of mini tree stuff. Super cute. All of that stuff is perfect to embellish your cocos, especially if you're brand new and you're not making all the things. And look how cute she looks. So once my spackle dries, I'll fluff up my fabric a little more, make my bow a little more crazy, but I don't want it sitting in wet spackle. I hope I've inspired you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think.